Okay, I'm live. First of all, I need you guys to let me know if you can hear me. Arturo, can you go to my channel and tell me if you can hear me? Because I forgot that when I record on OBS, some weird thing. Can you just check? I forgot when I record on OBS, it messes with my audio for some really weird reason.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Can you just check and see if you can hear my audio? Fortunately, there's no viewers yet, so we're good. I just need to know if you can hear me. What is it sounding like that for? What is? That's weird. Is it just doing it on your? Oof.
Why are you doing it on OBS though?
No, I'm not. So I recorded a review on OBS before I left to go see this movie, and I forgot that it screws with my speaker settings. Ooh, this sounds. That is so weird. Okay, you guys. Anybody, can you let me know if my audio sounds wrong? Because if it does, I'm probably gonna have to back out of this, restart my computer, and jump back in again. That's really annoying. I know it messed with my speaker settings, like my ability to hear. Weird audio. Okay, all right. Thanks. I'm gonna restart. I'll be back. This is annoying. Yep. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I have restarted. Do I sound better now? Arturo, can you check and see if I sound better?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said, but I've re-entered the stream. I didn't end stream. I just restarted the computer. Oh, good. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? It sounds better. I can tell. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I have not figured out this issue, but this is what happened. Um, before I left to go watch this movie, I recorded a review for a show that I screened on Netflix. And when I record a review on my computer, I use OBS. But it does this really weird thing most of the time where when I'm done recording and I turn off OBS and I'm finished and all that stuff, my audio, my speakers, they stop working. Like the sound is not there. Well, I forgot about this part and I left my computer on when I went to go see the movie, and then I came back and it occurred to me when I couldn't hear my intro music, it occurred to me that maybe it was going to screw with this audio too, and sure enough it did. So that's what happened. That's why I had to restart. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, Anthony, let me address what you said. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm busy. I'm scrambling because I have to leave in 2 days to go to Kansas City for Planet Comic Con with my audiobook company. So I'm just, I'm like trying to do my regular work and then finish up stuff I want to watch so I can record reviews so I can have the reviews ready for when I'm gone. It's been hectic.
So you took the big pocket.
I'm bummed. Yeah, that. I'm bummed to have heard that the AMC. Oh. Oh. That sucks. I don't even know exactly when this. Yeah, that's it, Sashi. That's what it is. I don't know when this movie is. I did not look up when this movie was supposed to be coming out, but let me pull up the movie. I had my screen up, everything was ready, and now I got to do this all again. So bear with me. I know it's annoying. Hold on. I got to go open up put it on my other screen and then add it to my stage. Sorry, you guys. Super unprofessional. You guys. Okay, let's see.
I see the size of that chicken.
It drops this weekend. Okay. All right. Anthony, when I first started going to these, well, I usually go to the Regal, the Mystery Movie Monday, which is almost always the same thing as AMC. Every once in a while, AMC will have something and the Regal doesn't. But when I first started going to them, they were generally showing things that were like a couple weeks out. So now more and more they've gotten to where they're showing things that are about ready to come out. That's kind of surprising. Okay, so you seeing Magazine Dream? Yeah, that was the AMC Unseen last week. I didn't have the best. I didn't give it the best review, not because the movie absolutely sucked, because Jonathan Majors was fantastic in the film, but I just like the way the story went. It didn't. Oh shoot, sorry, didn't mean to put that up there. It didn't sit well with me. I didn't mean to just. Gosh, it just added it right to the stage. Sorry, that's annoying. Okay, so the film. The film today was The Penguin Lessons, which I had heard about only briefly before I went to go see it tonight. So when it was revealed that this was the movie, I was like, oh, okay. I wouldn't have gone to see this on my own, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be good. And it was good. It was quite good, you guys. It's based on a true story. Did I say this already? Sorry, I'm a little frazzled because the stream got started off so terribly. And I don't have anybody to talk to, bounce things off, directly, besides, you guys in the comments. But it's kind of hard to interact as quickly as you can when you're talking with someone. But this was based on a book that came out in 2016. I think the book was the same name, The Penguin Lessons, and it's about this English teacher who, hi Tariq, I'm good, just busy, talking about the movie I saw tonight. Okay, get back to it. It's an English teacher who goes down to Argentina. He's in this, it's in the 70s, and it's during the beginning of the, I don't know if it was it was a coup. I was going to say Civil War, but I think they called it a coup, which led into several years of dictatorship by the military, or the group that went in and was taking over. So there are elements of that true story that are woven into the story in this movie, because that's the backdrop. So this English teacher, played by Steve Coogan, he he shows up at this school and he just doesn't really seem to care too much about his job, whatever. And he ends up, when the coup starts, he and one of his colleagues, they go down to Uruguay. And while he's in Uruguay, he finds a penguin that's been washed up in on the shore of the beach, that got coated with oil from an oil slick. And so he and this girl that he had been dancing with that night, they take it back to his hotel room, they clean it up, and he tries to, I can't remember if he tries to release the penguin back into the water, and the penguin had decided, nope, you're my buddy, I'm going to stick with you. And so he cannot get rid of this penguin. Now,
Penguin.
the penguin. Penguin. They said it right in this movie. They did not say it how Benedict Cumberbatch says it. But he tries to get rid of the penguin. He can't. So I think when he's there in Uruguay, something happens. He's interacting with the police about it, and they tell him, he tries to kind of foist it off on the police, and then the way he's presenting the story, it's kind of like, Brer Rabbit and Don't Throw Me in the Briar Patch sort of thing. He's thinks he's doing this reverse psychology on them by saying things that he doesn't really mean, but it ends up that it works against him. And the cop is like, "Oh, okay, you can take the penguin," and he's like, "No, I really don't want to." And the cop said, "No, if you don't, I will arrest you." And the guy was like, "Well, on what charges?" And I can't remember what the cop says. He was just like, "I will arrest you." So he takes the penguin back to Argentina, and oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. I went to the theater early, but I had heard this might be the Penguin Lessons ahead of time. It looked like a solid film, but wasn't one I was wanting to stick around to see in the theater. It's unfortunate, Dee. I think you would like it. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It elicited some tears. My gosh.
Oh,
Yes, it did. There's my son being a complete tailhole in the background. It was sweet. So he ends up taking the penguin back to his school. Now all of this stuff is going on with the disappearances, in Argentina, because they have a really bad history with things during that time. And then it ends up involving some people at his school. So he kind of gets caught up a little bit in the stuff. And in the midst of all this, he's trying to hide the penguin. He also tries to get rid of the penguin when he's coming back into Argentina. And he runs into the same sort of issue with the cop. They're telling him he has to take it. And he's like, "Well, I don't want to take it." And he said, "I will arrest you if you don't take it." It was funny. There were some comedic moments. This is classified as a comedy drama. And there were some comedic moments. It wasn't anything goofy, but it was just kind of situational and dialogue comedy and stuff like that. But it was mostly just a drama about this guy and basically what he learns from the penguin. Because as the movie goes on, you find out more about his past and his losses in life. Now, getting back to that, this is where I believe that the movie departs from the real life, because in this movie, you see Steve Coogan. You see his age here in the picture. In real life, the real character, when he went down to Argentina, he was in his early 20s, early to mid 20s. So some of the background history about this guy's character that he talks about, which is some significant stuff, really heartbreaking stuff, and kind of helps you understand why his character just doesn't really seem to care too much, and he seems like he's got quite a bit of self-loathing, and I just I feel like that's probably stuff that's been added in. I have not listened to or read the book that this is based on, but it's just a sweet little journey of this the character journey of this guy and this penguin and how it helps him to appreciate things more and kind of helps him to heal in a lot of ways, and also the penguin helps those around it. He uses the penguin in his class when he's teaching some kids, and there are, like I said, elements of the political stuff that's going on, and that kind of weaves its way into the lessons that he's teaching. And the headmaster or whatever of the school, played by Jonathan Price, he they're trying to keep the penguin a secret from him, and so it's just like these funny little things that happen along the way in the story. And then of course, there's this ending that happened, which I kind of predicted what was going to happen. But um I thought it was really good. And something, well, I've already said that, but something I'm just trying to go back through my emotions of this film. I had my notes pulled up. Hold on. Okay. Oh, the color palette. I like the color palette of the film. This takes place in the 70s, so it's got a warm color palette, and it almost looks a little grainy, as if it was something that could have been filmed in the 70s. You can tell that it's not, but I appreciated that. It kind of sort of immerses you in that time. And okay, yeah, this is all I wrote down. Argentina 1976, color palette 70s warm, dislikes himself, laughter, because there was a bit of laughter when these comedic moments would happen. I will arrest you. And more than an hour in, and we find out more about his sorrow. Those were the only notes I took. But yeah, I definitely had a better reaction to this than Magazine Dreams, because Magazine Dreams, you guys, was
You
depressing.
guys.
It was so depressing, you guys. Here I go again, you guys.
You
Yeah,
guys.
it was depressing, and I was getting to where I didn't. I was not liking the character played by Jonathan Majors, even though he was great in there. I was losing this emotional connection with the character because he was just going so off the rails. But in this movie, I felt more of a connection with the different characters, and also the penguin was freaking adorable. And it was not a CGI penguin or anything. I, for whatever reason, assumed it was going to be a CGI penguin, and it was not. It was a real penguin. And at the end of the movie, they kind of give a little bit of an sort of an epilogue type of, text summary of how long the teacher stayed there, and that years later he found an old home video recording of this penguin swimming in the pool at the school. And so they showed it, and that was really sweet. That was very, very touching to see that. And I had a feeling they were going to show that, because in the scene where they do put the penguin in the pool, it shows the teacher like with one of those old video cameras that you hold like this, and it's, Anyway, I had a feeling, oh, watch this end up at the end where they show like the final stuff, and sure enough it did. So that was a nice little touch at the end. I do think that this is worth your time. I definitely recommend it. Not necessarily something that you probably have to rush out to go see on the big screen. I definitely don't regret that this was the film. I don't regret having viewed it on the big screen, but I had zero plans to go watch this on my own, like so many of the movies that the Regal Mystery, or well, this was AMC, but so many of these movies are films that I never would have gone to see, and many of them I end up being very pleasantly surprised at how good they are. And like I said last year, I've mentioned this earlier, last year, 4 of those mystery movies ended up on my top 10 list. So, I'm not sure yet if this one will, but it might, because I'm probably going to 4-star this one. I just thought it was very well done. And there was some messaging in here, but it, as far as, like political discussion and things like that, but it wasn't anything that got super heavy-handed or felt like there was any sort of I don't know, particular narrative that was trying to be pushed. They touch a little bit on like the socialism and fascism and stuff like that. And I don't know a whole lot about what was going on in Argentina, but it did have something to do with socialists being persecuted, hunted down, and I guess a lot of the people that were speaking out against the government, against what was going on, the tyrannical dictatorship type of thing that was happening. So there are some references to stuff like that, and like I said, there are some people that are kind of caught up in it, and the main character comes kind of face to face with this situation and how will he react to this because he just kind of doesn't really want to get involved, but then through his journey, in this story and the things that I guess he kind of learns from the penguin, he starts to speak up a little bit more. And so, yeah, it was just, I thought it was a fine time and I recommend this film, especially if you like animals. The penguin was so freaking adorable. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if it's worth listening to the book or reading the book, but I do think it's worth watching this. So I don't have much more to say about the penguin lessons. But yeah, that was the film for tonight. I don't think I'm going to do a full-on review because I don't have a lot of time left before I have to go out of town. So I might just do a quick take audio review of it so I can get it up at some point this week while I'm gone. So we'll see. Hey, JPRPH1. Yeah, this is kind of a bit of a shorter review than the one I had last time. I went on a little bit. I think I was more than 30 minutes last week, but sometimes I'm not quite as talkative when something makes me happy. I don't know. I get a little bit ranty when something annoys me more,
Yes,
maybe.
I
I've
love
noticed my negative reviews are sometimes longer than my positive ones, which is annoying. Hey, Logical Spark. Anyway, yeah, it's almost 11 here, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. Nothing much more to say. I've said probably all that can be said. I do recommend it. Good film. Very sweet, touching. Does delve into some darker topics like the stuff, that I mentioned about Argentina, but it's PG-13, so you're not going to see anything that's going to be super explicit or, well, I almost said super disturbing, but the stuff that was happening was disturbing. I mean, yeah, this was 76. 76 was when it takes place. And I guess it's supposed to encompass his first year there at the school, but I have nothing to compare this to because I have not read the book. So I'm curious to find out at some point later, maybe do a bit more digging because I did sort of try to dig a little bit when I got home, fact versus fiction, what happened, what didn't. I found out the thing about how in the book, in real life, he was in his early 20s. So there's a difference there. But yeah, I would like to know the differences between the film version and the book version, which I probably won't find out much about that until after the movie has officially come out. So, yeah, look, right as I'm ending my stream, I've got like 19 viewers. This is high for me, y'all. This is a big viewership for me, 19, because I don't pull a lot of numbers in when I'm live streaming because I'm not a regular live streamer. Oh, sorry, Logical. I had removed the poster. Here, I'll put it back up again. It's called The Penguin Lessons, and it stars Steve Coogan and Jonathan Pryce. And worth a watch. Comedy, drama film based on a real story. Takes place in Argentina in 76 when the coup happened and the dictatorship was installed, and scary. The disappearances were happening. They do talk about the disappeareds and how the mothers are still, marching in the streets and stuff like that because so many people were just taken. It's scary when government gets that big and controlling. This is why I am more than happy when government gets shaved away more and more and more, because my government specifically is way too big. So logical, he didn't find the penguin in Argentina. He had gone to Uruguay during the beginning of the coup, and he found the penguin had washed up on a beach there in an oil slick. And so he cleaned the penguin off, tried to get rid of the penguin, put the penguin back in the water, and it wouldn't leave him. It just decided this guy was his buddy, so he was going to stick with him. And so then he brought the penguin back to the school that he worked at in Argentina. The second president that took over in 82 was the Falklands War. Enigma. He has some. Didn't Enigma Severus live in Argentina, if I'm remembering that correctly? So he probably, I kind of wish he was here in the conversation, because he probably knows quite a bit about this history. So would have been interesting to kind of get his take on it. Maybe he'll watch the movie, and if so, maybe he'll leave some comments or something on this video, or if I do a quick take review. But yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what he thinks about it. So yeah, I think it's about time for me to wrap up. What? I don't have much more to say.
Are you recording?
No, I'm live streaming.
I thought you were talking to people.
I am talking to people.
On the chat, I thought you were talking to actual.
I am talking to people.
Okay.
No, not verbal talking. It's just me talking to myself by myself. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for those who had patience to stick around when things went off the rails at the beginning. I don't have anything else to say, and there's no one here to. You know how our streams go when it's all of us talking. We can go on for an hour and a half easy, but it's just me yapping to myself, and it's almost 11, and I got to take the fur babies out to the bathroom and put them to bed. And so I think I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate everyone who is watching. Thank you so much. I'm streaming on Rumble, Twitter, and YouTube. I refuse to call Twitter X. I will dead name the heck out of that app. So
I'm so used to now starting to call it X.
I don't. I refuse. It's a dumb name. The only reason I know about Argentina slaves is because of the Falklands War. Okay, I'm an aviation nut. That was the first long-range bomber. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, Sashi, if you ever watch this film, I would be curious to see what you think about it. I don't have any I wrote down no cons for this movie.
So it is better than Better Man.
It's not better than Better Man. No.
Better than Better Man.
No, it's not. I'm going to...
Okay, so Better Man is better than Terminator 2.
No, it's not. My son is determined to try to dethrone Terminator 2. It's not going to happen, even though I'm obsessed with Better Man. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, you've been obsessed with Better Man this whole year than Terminator.
I have seen Terminator
too many times.
more times this year than I've seen Better Man, because it plays on Pluto TV.
Yeah, but no, that's
Oh, and I'm going to be on a live stream in a couple weeks talking about the Terminator. So I get to watch it all over again, as if I need a reason.
See, you complain about me being obsessive over stuff. When you have this, you've been obsessed with since '86.
I have. You guys can't see, but I've got this cool sound panel up of the Terminator. Maybe I'll try to turn this around.
Guys, turn against my mom because she's being a hypocrite.
I'm not being a hypocrite.
Yes. See, you get make fun of me for being
okay.
obsessive,
Okay.
but like
okay.
about something that I'm into. But Then you have this. You've been obsessed with since the 80s. Come on.
But
now.
look,
No,
look.
there is no.
Okay, listen,
there's
Linda.
no
Listen, Linda.
Linda.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
cute thing.
yeah, because you. And you
That's right. That's right, Sashi. I do prefer monkeys over penguins. The penguin was adorable.
But see, you even got obsessed.
You remember when you were listening to Code Lyoko and you would replay that freaking song over and over and over and over again? I lost count of how many times you replayed that song over.
Haven't gone 2 decades, 3 decades.
No, but I don't replay it back to back.
You
okay. We're having some family drama here. Also,
well, I'm just trying to clear with people that my mom can be a bit of a hypocrite.
Not being a hypocrite. I have a favorite movie. I was gonna.
Better Man. Better Man.
Yeah, but this is my dark unicorn shirt. I've shown these pictures before, but I'll try. No, don't mess with it because I got it. I'm gonna turn this around a little bit and let you guys see. No, don't. I'm gonna turn this around a little bit and let you guys see. So, okay, bear with me. I was not intending to do this. So,
oh yeah, see, look how hypocritical she is.
That's because there's that one, which is my back. I love that wallpaper. And then over here, I got the Winter Soldier. And then this is the cool Terminator picture. Hold on. See? If you can hear that, if you can hear me and see that. Yeah. So those are my new sound panels, and I made some more. I've got a Wonder Woman one over there, and then up here on the ceiling, I've got a sound panel that looks like a film strip. I can't turn the camera to show you, but I got a sound panel that looks like a film strip, and Black Stallion, The Lost Boys, Secret of NIMH, and Underworld occupy that one. So the other ones that I made to take to my brother's house are Joker, Batman, another Terminator one, and Avatar, an avatar that my brother drew for me for my work, because we were creating fantasy avatars for our business cards, and I wasn't super crazy about the one that was created for me, so I asked my brother to make an avatar for me. So he drew a Beastmaster, and the animals that are on me in the picture are a couple of our rats that have died, one of our chihuahuas that has passed away, and one of our German shepherds that passed away 31 years ago this year. So that was a tangent. Sorry about that. I am wrapping this up. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in the comments and who watched, and your patience and all of that stuff. But I do need to start winding my day down. It's late for me because I stay up. I don't stay up as late as I used to. Good night, JPRPH1. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video or the next live stream. Bye, Sashi. Y'all take care. Stay well. See ya. Yes.